What's up everyone, it's David. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's more crucial than ever: SIM swapping scams. We've all heard those horror stories of someone losing access to their entire digital life, their bank accounts drained, social media taken over, all because someone hijacked their phone number. We're going to break down the top 5 ways scammers are targeting individuals and businesses in 2024, because knowledge is your best defense in this digital age. So, whether you consider yourself tech-savvy or you're just starting to learn about online security, this video is for you. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick things off with the most common tactic in the scammer's playbook: phishing. These messages can look incredibly convincing, often impersonating legitimate companies, banks, or even friends. They might say there's a problem with your account, or offer you some too-good-to-be-true deal, all in an attempt to trick you into clicking a malicious link or handing over sensitive data. When it comes to SIM swapping, phishing plays a crucial role in gathering the information scammers need to impersonate you. Your name, address, date of birth, even your social security number. These are all pieces of the puzzle that scammers can potentially use to convince your mobile carrier to transfer your phone number to their SIM card. You might think you'd never fall for a phishing scam, but the techniques these guys use are constantly evolving. They're using sophisticated social engineering tactics, preying on our emotions, our curiosity, even our desire to help. They might create a sense of urgency, making you feel like you need to act immediately to avoid a negative consequence. And it's not just emails and text messages anymore. Phishing attacks can happen through social media, online forums, you name it. They might even use targeted ads that look like genuine links, leading you to fake websites designed to steal your information. Always double-check the sender's address. Hover over links before you click them, and be wary of any unsolicited requests for personal information. Stay vigilant, folks, because falling for a phishing scam could be the first step towards a SIM swapping nightmare. Let's face it, we put a lot of trust in companies, especially those responsible for our communication lifelines. But what happens when that trust is broken from within? That's right, we're talking about insider threats. This is when employees of mobile carriers, either willingly or under duress, assist scammers in carrying out SIM swaps. Think about it. Who has easier access to your account information than someone who works for the company that holds it? It's a scary thought, right? These insider threats can range from a disgruntled employee looking to make a quick buck to someone being blackmailed or coerced into cooperating with criminals. While it's not the most prevalent method, it's certainly one of the most damaging. Just one compromised employee can potentially wreak havoc on countless customers. Mobile carriers invest heavily in security measures, background checks, and employee training to mitigate these risks. But, as with any system, there are always vulnerabilities that can be exploited. It's crucial for mobile carriers to implement robust internal controls, conduct regular security audits, and foster a culture of security awareness among their employees. And as customers, we need to be aware that this threat exists and take steps to protect ourselves. Even the most secure systems are vulnerable to insider threats. Let's move on to another sneaky tactic that plays on human psychology: social engineering. This is where scammers use manipulation and deception to trick mobile carrier representatives into transferring your phone number to their SIM card. These scammers are masters of persuasion, often posing as legitimate customers who have lost their phones or are experiencing technical difficulties. They might even use information they've gathered about you through phishing or data breaches to make their story more convincing. They might sound friendly, frustrated, even desperate, all to evoke empathy and lower the guard of the customer service representative. These scammers are skilled at exploiting vulnerabilities in security protocols using their charm and carefully crafted stories to bypass verification processes. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game, with mobile carriers trying to stay one step ahead by implementing stricter security measures, while scammers are constantly finding new ways to exploit loopholes and human weaknesses. If you receive a call from your mobile carrier asking for personal information, don't hesitate to hang up and call them back using the official customer service number. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your personal information. Don't be afraid to ask questions, verify the identity of the person you're speaking to, and never feel pressured into giving out sensitive data over the phone. All right, let's talk about data breaches. Those unfortunate events where hackers gain unauthorized access to sensitive information. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with SIM swapping? Well, here's the thing. Data breaches are like gold mines for scammers. They provide them with a treasure trove of personal information that they can then use to target individuals for SIM swapping attacks. Think about all the data that's compromised in a typical breach: names, addresses, dates of birth, email addresses, passwords, even security questions and answers. This information is like ammunition for scammers, giving them the tools they need to impersonate you and convince your mobile carrier that they are legitimate. Many people only find out they've been victims of a data breach when they start noticing suspicious activity on their accounts, or, worse, when they become victims of identity theft. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts, enable two-factor authentication whenever possible, and be cautious about the information you share online. If you do receive a notification that one of the websites or services you use has been breached, take immediate action. Change your passwords. Monitor your accounts for any suspicious activity, and consider placing a fraud alert or security freeze on your credit report. We've all been told that two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is the gold standard for online security, right? And it is, for the most part. But what happens when even this seemingly impenetrable fortress has a weakness? That's where SIM swapping comes in. Many online services rely on SMS-based 2FA, where they send a one-time code to your phone number to verify your identity. But here's the catch. Once scammers have successfully swapped your SIM, they gain control of your phone number and, by extension, your 2FA codes. They can bypass your 2FA protection, access your accounts, and wreak havoc without breaking a sweat. This is why it's crucial to understand the limitations of SMS-based 2FA and explore more secure alternatives. One option is to use an authentication app, such as Google Authenticator or Authy, which generates time-based codes that are not linked to your phone number. Another option is to use a hardware security key, which is a small, physical device that plugs into your computer or phone and acts as a second factor of authentication. These keys are much more difficult for scammers to compromise, as they require physical access to the device. By understanding the risks associated with SMS-based 2FA and exploring more secure alternatives, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim of SIM swapping. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the sneaky tactics of phishing to the alarming rise of insider threats. It's clear that SIM swapping is a serious threat, and it's only getting worse. But here's the good news. By understanding how these scams work and taking proactive steps to protect yourself, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim. Implement those strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and choose the right kind, and stay informed about the latest security threats. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel for more informative content on cybersecurity and tech tips. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.